Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Claire and while you're visiting, just hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all of that stuff. It would mean the absolute world to me if you did subscribe to my channel, because I really do want to grow my YouTube channel and I'm planning on investing a lot more time in it. So if you stick around to the end of the video, give me a thumbs up, all of that stuff, I would really appreciate it. It would mean the absolute world to me. I'm just going to jump right into this video. At the beginning of the year I thought I would do like a Project Pan video, which is basically trying to use up makeup that I've had for a long time, and I've talked about this before in other videos. I just hate the fact that I have so much makeup, and you know there is the potential for it to be wasted, which you know nobody wants. We don't want to waste our money on products we're not going to use, but with you know the eyeshadow palettes, things like that, it's going to take us years to use them all, really, isn't it? So these ones that I want to, you know, I've been using on an everyday basis, trying to get through the products that I like, some that I don't like that I'm just trying to work with better. So I suppose it's like a new take on an empties video, and letting you know the things that I've managed to use up, whether it be skincare, eyeshadows, powders, anything like that, what I would purchase again, what I wouldn't purchase again. So we're just gonna jump right into it. So I'm gonna jump into eyeshadows. Now I've got 3 eyeshadow palettes that I did choose as part of my Project Pan, that I have been trying to use on a daily basis, whether it just be I use one in the week or I use a different one every day. And it's my chocolate bar, Too Faced chocolate bar palette, my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and my Carly Bible BH Cosmetics palette. Now these I pay like 40 quid each for, so it bugs me that they're not getting any use, because they were super expensive, but they are gorgeous palettes. I think when I first bought them I probably did what I thought was a glam look. Now it's an everyday look. I mean, even you know some of the deeper colours I just bob a little bit on my outer corner, just to deepen it up a tiny bit, just like not going mad just to go and work in the office. But yeah, I do love them. Sorry if I'm blinding you. I do love them, and it is just such a shame. This is the colour here that I use the most. I kind of use it as a transition, so I think if I'm going to hit pan it's going to be on that one, and it looks like it could be any time soon. But I also love Summer Yum and Puree, these 2 colours here. So this one is Summer Yum. Let's do it that way. That one's Summer Yum and that one is Puree. My god, can't talk, put your teeth back in. I do love them all. I do love this green here as well, which is called Bless Her Heart, but it is brilliant for an everyday palette. If you are in the market for an everyday palette and you have got 40 quid to spend, then go for it. I feel like I don't really buy any Too Faced products anymore. I don't know why. I do feel like a lot of the stuff they bring out is like the same. When I look at like the cookies palettes or anything like that, they just seem very much the same as things that they've already done. So yeah, I don't generally tend to buy that much from Too Faced, if at all, anymore. But the chocolate bar palette is like the OG palette, really, isn't it? It's like the one that everyone that was in the Too Faced bought straight away, and this is it right here. I use the white chocolate, which is this one, more than anything else, really, along with salted caramel, which is this one right here. It looks like I've barely touched any of the colours, but I'm in it every day and it's just not going down. But I will continue to use it. I will continue to go through it. It's a gorgeous warm neutral palette. This pink here is a nice, you could just throw that through the crease and just kind of be done with it, to be honest with you. A little bit of white chocolate on the lid and you'd be away. But I do love that palette and I'm really hoping to hit pan on something soon, because I do feel like they are being wasted. And my Carly Bible palette, this is so old now, I'm not even sure I should be using it on my eyes. I wouldn't use it on anyone else, but I love it, and I have you know, used it quite a lot. There are the colours there. Again, it's a gorgeous everyday palette, and when I first got it, it was like, oh yeah, you couldn't do glam in that. But this highlighter right here is my favourite highlighter. The others are a bit dark for me. I've used them as eyeshadows in the past, but this is absolutely gorgeous. And again, just a gorgeous everyday palette. I don't know if this is showing, but this is like a gorgeous red. And again, I create some gorgeous everyday colours. If I'm just going out, I'm going to go and do a bit of shopping, I throw these on my eyes and just, you know, go on about my day, knowing that I've used up some of my products, because that's what it's all about, just using up some of the products. So I've kind of got one setting spray, the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Mist, Nourishing Mist. It says it's a glow mist. And it says, all over the face mist for glowing, luminous, smooth complexion, enriched with 21 natural oils. It says, before makeup, hydrates, protects and nourishes. After makeup, sets, adds a dewy finish and protects. Anytime, refreshes makeup, hydrates and adds a glow. I don't like it. It's got like an oil in it. You do have to give it a shake up, but I'm not keen at all. So what I generally tend to use this for is, I use it to wet my soap for soap brows. Yeah, that's what I do with it. Just so I'm not wasting it, and there's still that much left. I just need to get through it. It's, you know, I had it for such a long time that I couldn't really give it to anyone else. But yeah, I'm just trying to get through it. Okay, so I've got one blusher that I've been trying to get through for the longest time, and it looks like it's brand new. It seriously does. It is the I Heart Revolution Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blusher even. And this is what it looks like here, and it is got a very, very shimmery finish. If you don't like anything that's like a bit glittery on your cheeks, you're not going to like it. It is a fantastic blusher. But I've been using it every single day, and I am heavy on the blush. I don't skimp on blush at all, and it just is not going down. It looks like it's not even been touched. It is ridiculous how long that is lasting. But we'll keep plodding on with it. We'll see if we can get down there with it. Okay, so I've just moved the camera down a little bit because I felt like you could just see like the top of my forehead, and it wasn't really working for me. It wasn't working for me at all. So this Makeup Revolution Vitamin C Essence Spray, and that is it right here. This is the empty bottle. It's a Kaduku Plum with goji berry extract, and it was vegan and cruelty free. Now I absolutely loved this. I kind of used it as like a toner, so I would cleanse and then I would spray this on my face, just kind of pat it in, and it just, I can't stop playing with my hair. I don't know what this is about. And it would just kind of like just make my face feel like super nice, hydrated. It wasn't drying in any way. I mean, there is other things I need to use up, but I'll definitely look at purchasing that again, or something similar from Makeup Revolution, because I really, really enjoyed using that. Okay, primers. I've got 4 primers here that I'm trying to use up. So I'll show you what they are. So the first one is this NYX HG Studio Photogenic Primer Base. I hate this. It is a high definition primer, but what it does for me is it adds like this stupid white cast to my face. So let me give it a little shake, see what we can do. I don't want to spill it too much out because it just goes everywhere. So it is like really white, and then when I put it on my face, it just has this white cast to it. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's not great. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't soak in well. My skin doesn't absorb it. I've tried it with all different moisturisers and foundations, and I'm just not keen, but I keep plodding on with it. So I've put that in my project pan, so I kind of use it if I'm going to do like a video for TikTok, and I don't need a primer that I'm going to is going to last all day, or my foundation's going to separate with it. I just need something to add as a base before my foundation for something that I'm not going to have on that long. That's kind of what I've been using it for. Other than that, I probably wouldn't use a primer in those situations, but it just gives me a little bit of a barrier between the foundation and my skin. The next one is the Revolution Ultra Face Base Primer with 24-hour protection. Now this is like a silicone based primer. It is a good primer, but there's a lot out there, and I've got a lot in my drawer that are like silicone based, and it's good. It was good when I bought it. Would I buy it again? Probably not, because there is so many more out there that I can try now. So yeah, I probably wouldn't get that again. So my next primer is the Estee Lauder Matte Perfecting Primer. I hated this with an absolute passion. It's pretty much empty now. I'll see if I can get some out and show you the consistency, but I did hate it with a passion. Really didn't like it. I can't really, it's pretty empty. But I tried it with the L'Oreal True Match, that's it there, and it's got no kind of smell, but I mean, it doesn't absorb into my skin very well. Very much like the NYX primer, but it didn't leave the cast. But I did try it with L'Oreal True Match, and that seemed to be the one that it worked with over everything else. But it's gone now. I've used it all. So yeah, I won't be purchasing that again, and it was quite expensive. I think it was like 20 quid or something like that. So yeah, I won't be getting that again. And the next one I'm trying to use up is the Soap and Glow One Heck of a Blot Instant Perfecting Power Primer with Shine Block. So it is a mattifying primer and a pore shrinking primer. Now I absolutely love this, and when I've used this up, I will be purchasing another one. I just want to get this used first, because I have had it a bit of time now, so it does need using. And it is a fantastic like everyday primer. If you have got big pores, or you are looking for a matte finish. I know everyone's looking for a dewy finish these days, and this isn't why I'm trying to use up my mattifying primers. It's just that they need using up before they go off. But yeah, I do love that, and I would get it again. I don't really buy a lot of Soap and Glory products, but that is one of my favourite primers. So highlighters, I've got one highlighter that I'm really trying to use up, and the case is broke, and it is the Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in Peach Lights, and I have just hit pan on it. You can just about see it there. And this is a gorgeous highlighter, and I've been using it every single day. It goes on, it goes with most looks, it goes really well with the Too Faced palettes, for a lovely, it's brilliant at this time of year as well though, because it does just have a really nice like spring vibe to it, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? I hope you do. But yeah, absolutely loving that, and I probably won't purchase it again because it takes so long to use it up, and there's so many more highlighters come out. And I think that's part of the problem, because so many new products come out constantly, and you feel the need to buy them that you don't use your own old products, and it's such a waste. It's a waste of money and everything. So yeah, this is me trying to not be wasteful. And another Makeup Revolution product is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Bronze, and this is huge, and again the case is broke. And I have hit pan on it, but you can see there's still a lot left. I mean, like, this is as big as my face. So yeah, I have been using that every single day. And another bronzer that I want to use up, and this is just a mini, and this is why I like the mini products, because not just if you dislike them, you haven't got a lot, you haven't spent a fortune on a full-size product, but you can have the minis and then like try to use them up. And it is the Hoola bronzer, and I have hit pan on it. As you can see, there's still quite a lot left in there, and I just want to get it used up because it is such a waste. I think I bought this little mini, how many grams is it? 40 grams. I think they're usually like 30 quid or something like that, and it was like 10 or 15 pounds, so it was half the price. But again, I just don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste my money. Powders. There is one that I have just finished off, and and this is the Collection Pressed Powder, and as you can see it is completely empty now. It did break, and what I did was I kind of broke it all up and just kept it in my drawer and used it every single day. Would I buy it again? Not sure. Because Collection does come out with a lot of different things, and I haven't bought any Collection makeup for ages, and I am thinking of doing like a full face of Collection because it does seem to be kind of making a comeback. That being said, I have got a couple of Collection concealers that I am trying to use up, these here, and I've got all these concealers here that I'm trying to use as well. So I've got the Collection Perfection Concealer in one medium, medium deep and medium cool. Now the medium cool even seems to be like a little bit dark for me at the moment, and I kind of use this for like a contour, and then the medium cool, I don't know whether I just use this to brighten up in spaces or whatnot, in places even, but yeah, I've had those a while and I really need to use them up. I'm nearly done with the medium cool, so the other two I do need to get through, and my other concealers that I'm trying to get through are my Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Now I really like this and I would purchase it again. I like the applicator, I like everything about it. It's just like really, it's just smooth, and for a woman of my age it's not too thick, it's not too thin. I get the coverage that I need from it, and it doesn't like crease or cake, so it is a perfect like everyday one for me. So yeah, I have been using that a lot, and I will purchase it again. And another one which is not my colour, and I don't know why I have it, but I want to use it up, it is in medium and it is a Miss Sporty Perfect Stay 10-hour concealer. So I've just been using this as like an eyeshadow base, but I don't want to go too high up into my brows because they'll look orange. I will use it up, I'll find some use for it, but I don't even know why I have that colour. And my next one is, and this one's pretty done to be honest with you, is the Aldi concealer, which is that one there, and it is a super nice concealer. If I see him in Aldi I probably would purchase it again. Very similar to the NARS, not as good, absolutely not. Would I say it's a dupe? Probably not, no. It's just similar, it's a similar like consistency, but it is not quite as good, and obviously the packaging is very similar. And another one which is done is my Naked Skin, my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. Now this is pretty done, and that is it there. I mean, in saying they're done, I am actually getting things, some out of it. It is slightly too dark for me. I do struggle to get the right colour concealer because I am very pale, which I feel like I'm saying in every single video at the moment, but I am pale. There's no getting away from it. I can't hide from it. But yeah, you can see that it is, you know, it's pretty done, but it's a brilliant concealer. It's a brilliant lightweight concealer. It doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel like it's going to go into all my lines or anything like that. And another concealer that I just use for eyeshadow base because I hate it is the I Heart Revolution Heartbreakers Concealer with coconut extract and vitamins C, E, A, B3 and B5. I just hate it. I hate the applicator, I hate the consistency. I managed to get it in a light colour, which is like its only saving grace. Other than that, it's just not nice, and when it is used I will not be purchasing it again. It's a no from me. Okay, so I've got like 3 mascaras here that I think I've used this one up now, it's done. And this is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous, not Sculptureless, Sumptuous Extreme, I can never talk, mascara in Extreme Black. Now I got a little mini in this, and I would buy the full size one because it just gave me length, it made my lashes fuller, and I just absolutely loved it. So I would pay out and, you know, buy that, but I don't think it's cheap. The next one, which is used up, is the Revolution Stretch It Out Ultimate Length Mascara, and again I've got this in black. It was okay. I found it a little bit it's dry, a little bit scratcher. It's like a plasticky wand. Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't buy it again. It was okay. It wasn't one I was going to write home about. It didn't really, it made my lashes black. That was about it. And another one is the PS False Lash Queen Dramatic Volume, Fullness and Length. Again, this is an okay mascara. It does a bit more for me than the Makeup Revolution one does, but it's an okay everyday mascara. It's not going to set my world on fire, and I wouldn't buy it again once I've used it up. And last but not least is the False Lash Effect Max Factor Waterproof Mascara. Now I had this in brown black for some reason. I probably just picked up the wrong colour. It was quite good as like a summer shade, because I am quite fair. I can kind of get away with that. Once it's used up, would I buy it again? No. You can't beat the Essence / Princess mascaras. You really, really can't. Like, the best ones ever. Okay, so I've got a little bit of skincare here. I've got the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Plus Global Anti-Aging Cell Power Cream. Cell Power Cream. God. And I have used, I think I might even get a little bit more out of there. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, but it is a pretty penny, if I remember rightly. And I bought this like little gift set from, I think it was Next, and I also got this along with it, which is the Revitalizing Supreme Global Anti-Aging Cell Power Eye Balm, and again that has got nothing left. I've used every single bit of that, but I love them both. You know, when it comes to people say, you know, what gifts for birthdays and things like that, I will be asking for the full-size versions of these because they were just super, super nice. I felt like they really, really were doing something for me, if that makes sense. Like, they were, my skin felt hydrated. I felt like, I mean, you know, my wrinkles didn't miraculously disappear, but I felt like it was helping, you know, fill them in, make them look a little bit less prominent. I really, really did just feel gorgeous and lovely on the skin. Another piece of skincare is the CeraVe Facial Moisturising Lotion. Now I've used this up as well. That is it right there. It was nice. It's got an SPF of 25 in it. It's for normal to dry skin. You know, I like the fact that it's got UV protection in it. It didn't set my world on fire. Would I buy it again? No, I'd probably give something else a go. But it was okay. It was fine. Okay, so my camera battery ran out then. How rude. So I've not got a lot of products left in this drawer. However, I have got some brow products, and I have the NYX Fill and Fluff brow. It's not a pencil. I got it in brunette. It does say it's a brow pencil, but it's not a pencil, and there's not enough left on it to show you what it was actually like. I don't know if you can see that. You see what I mean? It's like a triangle. I don't even think I've got enough on there to do 2 brows, but I would definitely buy this again. It was absolutely amazing. It just gave me a gorgeous, gorgeous brow, and I absolutely loved it. It was just like so creamy and not scratchy, and even though it was a lot thicker than a normal pencil, it just didn't, you know, go on too thick. It gave you the nice strokes. It was just lovely, lovely brow pencil. And I have this Barry M one here. It has a spoolie on one end and a pencil on the other, and as you can see, this is all I have left of this. Loved it. You know, I'm not going to get any more out of that, am I? Sharpen it again, it's going to be like literally nothing left. Okay, I think this was the colour brunette, but it's been penciled away that much, it's not got the colour on it anymore. But I absolutely loved it, and I would definitely buy this again. And I don't feel like I give Barry M products enough of a go, because I do feel like they're a bit more like teenagery, and I'd feel a little bit like an old lady if I went in Superdrug and started buying up Barium products. Is that really bad? I don't know. I don't know. Another brow product is the Soap and Glory Archie Brow. There's nothing left on this again, and the spool is broke on the other end. I would buy that one again. Of all the Soap and Glory products, this and the One Heck of a Blot are absolutely amazing. I'm not overly keen on anything else, but I absolutely love that. Again, it was lovely. It wasn't scratchy on the eye or anything like that, and I just really enjoyed using it. Brow products are products that I do use up quicker than anything else for some reason. And I have some liners. I have the Rimmel up to 24-hour colour precise liner. That is what the pen looked like there. It was really nice. It's gone like grey now because there's just nothing left in it. It went on really nice, just felt nice. Did get a little bit of leakage into my wrinkles, but I get that with most eyeliners, to be honest with you, because I'm an old lady. And this Super Cat from Soap and Glory liquid black eyeliner pen. That is the spoolie right there. Very similar to the Rimmel one, very, very similar. Again, it's just dry now because it's been sat in my drawer waiting for me to film this video. But I just, I didn't like this, even though the nib seems very similar, it just kind of went on really, really thick. Didn't particularly like it as a product. It just wasn't great, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not here to lie, I'm not making any money on this. It just wasn't great. Again, a Soap and Glory product, One Heck of a Blot and the Archie Brow are amazing. Anything else I've just not found that Soap and Glory is great like that. Anyway, moving on. I have found another blusher that I did want to get rid of, which is the NYX Soft Spoken blusher. I remember these NYX single blushes. It's so hard to open, and I have hit pan on it, but I think because I have to whack so much product on my face because it just doesn't do anything. I'm actually probably going to throw it in the bin now because there's just no payoff. You're there for ages and ages and ages with your brush, and yeah, this is the universal sign for ages with your brush and just not get anything from it. It's just not great. So yeah, I'm probably going to throw that in the bin now. I'm not even going to keep giving it a go. I just don't like it. But I'm sure all the NYX blushes out like that, it might just be that particular colour because the formula felt quite nice, it felt quite soft, it's just the colour just didn't pay off. So foundations, I've got quite a few foundations that I wanted to use up, one of them being the NYX Minerals Stick Foundation. Now I do quite like this, and I've got literally nout left. I'll probably have to dig into it to get any more out. I may even just get rid of it now rather than mess about. And I had this in the colour Warm Tan, believe it or not, but I did use it. I use it quite a lot when I've got a little bit of fake tan on, and it just went on really well. I just wiped it on my face, used a brush to buff it in, and it would last all day. You know, I would wear it for work, and it would last all day. It's a good stick foundation. Would I get it again? Probably, yeah, definitely. But I have got about 50 foundations that I need to get through before I start buying any more. And another one that I've completely used up now, is completely dry, is the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup Foundation. I'm not even sure they still sell this anymore, but I did have it for a while, and it's completely used up now. I'm never going to get anything else out of that. But as a foundation, it's really nice. It's a gorgeous weightless foundation. It doesn't feel like there's anything on your skin. It does as advertised. It just feels nice if you're looking for an everyday look that's probably a little bit glowy as well. It didn't sit really matte unless you really powdered it down. It felt weightless. If you're not used to wearing a lot of makeup, it'd be one for you if we can still get it. It was just a lovely foundation. And another one is the Rimmel Match Perfection Invisible Coverage. Now I don't really like this. I find it a bit thick. I've got the wrong colour, so I use it when I've got a fake tan. I've got soft beige. It's not the nicest foundation. I find it's a bit cakey. has got an SPF of 20 in it. It says it's got a pore blurring effect, but again, I'm not overly keen. I just find it goes on a little bit cakey. I have to use the smallest amount, which is probably why I've still got the bottle. But yeah, not keen on that one at all. It's just thick and creamy. It's just, that's like one pump, and you can say it's the wrong colour. You can see there, it's already sitting in the lines on my hand. I just don't like it. I could be doing something wrong with it, I don't know, but I'm just not keen on it at all. I will use the bottle up and I will never purchase again. So the next one, I've got a couple of L'Oreal True Matches. I've got a sand and an ivory. And again, I love this foundation and I don't use it enough. I think I mix these two together. I use this one more when I'm very, very pale, or I mix the two together. And the only reason it's in this drawer is because I've had these bottles for a while and I need to use them up. But I would purchase it again, 100% I will purchase it again. I absolutely love this foundation. I think it's amazing. It's one of the best foundations out there for a drugstore foundation. Along with the L'Oreal Infallible, I've got 3 different shades of this. And again, I just don't use it enough. I mix the colours together depending on what kind of tan I've got at the time. But I absolutely love it and I will 100% buy the L'Oreal Infallible again. But it is in my project pan because I've had those for a while and I just need to use them up. Now, this one is empty and it is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 115, and I also have the shade 105 in my other drawer because I've just recently purchased that. And I absolutely love this foundation. This is my go-to everyday foundation. If you're just starting out in makeup, this is the foundation for you. It is amazing. I love this foundation. It gives me an amazing coverage. I know it says matte and poreless, and matte isn't the look to go for, but it's not super matte, it's not too matte. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. It is just super nice. Let's say this one is empty, and I haven't got another one in my project pan. I put that in there because I've had it a few months and it just needed using up. But I absolutely love it. I would 100% purchase the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless all day long. The same with the powder. I absolutely love the Matte and Poreless powder, and I've recently got the loose one as well, which I had to purchase from Amazon because they don't sell it in any of the Boots or Superdrug or anything over here for some strange reason. So I did get it off Amazon and I'm loving it. I've used it 2 or 3 times and I absolutely love it. But that is it. That's all my project pan at the moment. If you like this video, if you want to be kept updated into what I've got in my project pan and what I'm using and not using that month or that week, what I've managed to use up, or you know, if what you've got in your project pan, if there's any products that you've got that you just want to use up that you still love, you just have got so many that you just don't use them. But again, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thank you for watching till the end. It means the absolute world to me, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.